in the podcasting studio. I'm with my girl Gemma.
Hey.
Say hey.
Hi.
So Gemma is Birmingham based dance artist, professional dance artist, performer, going on tour. Say a little bit about yourself, girl.
Oh gosh, yes, I am nearly passing my mid-20s. I'm a professional dancer. Yeah. I am with a contemporary dance company. I also do commercial as well.
Yeah.
I'm also a yoga teacher, and so I teach that as well. I teach kids. So yeah, a busy life right now, going on tour like you said. So yes, I'm very grateful.
And a mother. Can we just drop
and
that? Because that is also
to a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the party, dale, dale, dale.
I don't know how you fit it all in. I just don't know how you do it, but
you find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's it.
I know exactly. So Gemma, we've known each other for years, since
probably about 16.
Yeah,
maybe?
since age 16 or something. 16. We did dance training together in Birmingham, West Midlands. And I just realised we were at different stages in our life because every time we evolve and grow. So today I wanted to bring Gemma with me and take her behind the scenes with me. And we need to do better in reaching out, you know what I mean? Start collaborating, start asking for help as well.
Yes.
And with all the projects that you do. So Gemma's been a gem. I'm going to keep saying that now. Gemma's been a gem.
Oh,
so she's here.
Tagline.
I know, it is. So tagline. Remember I told you that. So yeah, man, so just watch this vlog right to the end and we'll see you on the other side with all the podcasting and our brainstorming of our 2022 dance projects, whatever you want to call it, basically. But yeah, see you on the other side. Bye. Yeah, might as well extra.
Might as well.
Rinsing it I am today, literally.
You want to go in front?
Yeah, well, I don't mind. Give people a bit of a tour around this. This is so not my world, this rock music. It feels a bit like a DJ room. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah, so the podcast for 2022 series is UK based multi-artists of Caribbean heritage, and it's going to be about the Caribbean, the community, culture, identity, but also about the arts as well.
Okay.
So it's not 100% about, the arts, dance, theatre, music. Talk about, your upbringing, your community, your background, and then how that kind of feeds into your to your work and practice.
Okay,
so
sure. Yeah.
That's the idea that I'm going with. And the reason why I had that idea is because when I went to Jamaica in 2019, I think you heard my other podcast I put out a year ago, they were all strictly with Jamaican artists in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And that was as natural and raw. I only had a few questions, but it just went with the flow.
Yeah.
I got so much feedback from that. I was just a bit like, I'm going to do this again, but in the UK.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here again,
Love it.
just stepping it up and bringing it back. And I just didn't realise that our voices were that needed. Do you know what I mean?
Especially in a time like now as well.
In a time like now. So that's the foundation of it.
Love it.
So I don't know what you think about this. It's a bit of a controversial matter.
Okay.
So I was thinking a couple of things. So it's either I can do it strictly for people who are of Caribbean heritage and background, and I can include people who are not Caribbean heritage but actually work either with Caribbean artists or reflect in their work. So you get a lot of, let's say, just white people, just British people who do a lot of work that's either dancehall, soca, or produce stuff like that for black arts. So I was thinking of having probably not many, a couple, inviting them.
Interesting.
Only because I like controversy.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
It's for the controversy. I don't want to harm nobody. I wouldn't want the artist to feel uncomfortable, but I don't want the audience to be disappointed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing. Sorry to cut you off, especially because if you look at the top, who are the people? So you've got the black artists, but their management, what colour are they?
Exactly.
All their people around them, what colour are they?
Exactly.
Like, I think it's a very important thing to understand. I feel like for us to get to the top, or one way for us to get to the top, we have to work with each other.
Yeah.
But also, we have to understand what's the job entail for us to get to the top. Because no one actually really knows, because no one's doing the job.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think you should. For me, I would have. So say you've got 8 people, you have like 6 maybe Caribbean, and I have 2.
That's what
because we're not trying to say. We're not trying to what's the word, bash anyone down.
Yeah,
you just want to hear their opinion. Like, why do they?
Yeah.
What is your preference? Why are you doing that job for Caribbean people? Or you know, when you sign this artist, what are you looking for? Blah blah. How does that artist evolve? I think it's a very good thing.
That's what I was looking at it from that perspective.
Yeah, I was
a bit like kind of what motivates you in the beginning to actually want to work in this field.
Yeah.
With this community of people.
Yes.
If it's not your own.
Yes.
Not to say you can't physically stop someone from doing it.
No.
But I'm really interested to know the motivation behind it.
Of course.
I wanted to hear what you thought about it because I just
love
thought some other people may feel really disappointed. They'd be like, oh no, here we go. And I thought I wasn't doing it for that.
No.
I'm like, I need to hear it from them.
Yeah.
As well, but it would be predominantly be like 80% will be.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it should be 80%. Yeah.
Lead it that way.
Of course.
Okay, cool. That's out of the way.
No, it's fine. I love that idea.
Yeah. And
Go.
So Gemma, question.
Okay.
What does community dance mean to you?
Oh, that's a good question. How can you throw me on the bus like that?
So not sorry.
No, yeah. No, so community dance, great question. I love this question. I do believe, especially as I'm getting older, I remember when I was younger and I was like, oh, I don't really want to teach. You know, I don't really have anything to give back to anyone. And I just, as I've got older, I believe that even if you only have a little something, you can always give something back to someone. So, especially like where I'm from in Birmingham as well, I love to give back to Birmingham, especially the kids, especially the next generation. I definitely believe in inspiring them, helping them out, getting them ready. You know, especially, you know, being a kid, I can't even imagine in these times how hard it must be to be a kid. So just giving back, even if that's, you know, through a dance class, teaching like I teach at a school with year 4s, which is just amazing. Like, it's just great, especially at that age, just to see them light up when we've got dance.
Yeah.
And they just absolutely love it. That for me is it's the best thing. You know, performing is great as well, and that's for myself, but giving back, especially for the next generation, that's what I truly believe in, is the next generation. Nothing can beat that, because really, you know, once I start dancing, you know, it's going to be them that are booking the jobs, going through this as well. And something that I wish that I had known when I was younger, if I can help someone who's younger now, about to step into the industry or thinking about it, that's something that I believe is invaluable, to be honest, helping someone out. So I think community is a big thing, giving back is a big thing. You can never give back too much.
I love it. I love that last part as well. You can never give back too much. It's abundance, isn't it?
It is.
There's so many ways that we could give and assist the community, and I'm interested to know as well, like, how much do you feel like the community, from your perspective, your outlook, how much does the community need dance in today's society?
Very good question.
Yeah.
Very good question. I like this question. Okay. I think, obviously we just we're coming through a pandemic, coming out of the pandemic. The arts got people through the pandemic. I don't care what anyone says. The arts got through. You watch Netflix, you watch, I don't know, RuPaul Drag Race, you watched things on YouTube, you watch things on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, TikTok's probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
That's all art. People have to create, people have to wake up and think, this is what I'm going to do today, this is what I'm going to do to show the audience, even if it's funny, it's a bit of a dance, it's a challenge. That's what people are giving back to you. So to say how important is art, I just think let's just look about when we were in the pandemic, all locked up, we had nothing to do. And for people's mental health, people's physical health, that is what got people through. I know for me, I did a few TikToks. I didn't post them though, but I did a few TikToks. I literally watched YouTube. I was watching like music videos and stuff. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race. I know that people were using the art, so I think as well, especially like what's happening with the arts, is a bit of a kick in the teeth, because if it wasn't for the arts, I don't think that we would have been able to get through the pandemic the way that we did. So I think the arts is 100% important. And then I think as well, arts is such a broad thing. So it's not even just talking about dance. It's not even anything that's creative.
Yeah.
You just waking up and brushing your teeth is art. You getting dressed is art. However you want to look at it. So everything that you do in life is art. So we need arts. That's what I got to say. We just need arts.
We are all artists.
Exactly.
Okay, and that is a wrap. So, first of all, thank you, Gemma, for your time and sharing your wisdom.
Thank you for having me.
Good. So we just kind of finished up in the podcasting studio. This is called Pirate Studios. It's in Birmingham, Digbeth. It's a self-service studio. It's not just for podcasting. There's like other music recording too, if anyone's interested. And there's so many around the country as well. But for us, it's a bit of an experience because we're used to the studio.
Yep, we are.
We're not used to all these gadgets here. So
technology.
Yeah, so we had to kind of do a bit of a testing around, didn't we? And
we did.
Had a good conversation, so we cannot wait to get it out. And if you're interested to learn more about the Caribbean arts and our culture, community and dance in the West Midlands as well, then do listen up to this podcast. I think that's it.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Okay, let's see you on the other side.
Bye.
Like one falling, yeah.